Module 1, Section 3, and this particular video we are concentrating on Objective 2. So Objective 2 says you need to represent differences on a number line. Okay, so recall how you represented a sum on a number line. So use that reasoning to show how you would represent a difference of 8 and 5, or 8 minus 5, on that number line. Okay, so just a reminder from what we did before, I'm going to do a completely different problem. Okay, so 4 plus 3 on a number line. Our first number started at 0, and it went to 4. The second number started where it ended, and it goes 1, 2, 3 more. So you ended up at 7, and that was your answer. Okay, there's many different ways of representing it. So using the straight lines like that work. But you could also do, okay, what was it, 4 plus 3? So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3. That works. You could do individuals. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's your first number. And 1, 2, 3 is your second number. What I like to do is put the second number underneath too, so you can see exactly where the first one and the second one ended. Or the first one ended and the second one ended, instead of thinking it's just one big number. Either way, you end at 7. Okay, now let's do subtract. So hopefully you've thought of a way that you could represent it on a number line on your own, but here we go. Now there's a couple ways of looking at this. Okay, so if you want to do 8 minus 5, we want to start with 8 and then take 5 away, right? Okay, so let's do that. If we start at 8, and now I want to take 5 away, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 backwards. And we end up at 3. So 8 minus 5 is 3. Okay, that's probably the most often used way of doing it. Whether you use big arrows above, little bumps on the bottom, if you use straight arrows right across your number line, the idea is you go to 8 first, and then you go backwards 5, because we're subtracting it, we're taking it away, going back closer to where we started. Now, I mentioned in the last video what difference means. So 8 minus 5 is, I want to know the difference between 8 and 5. So here's 8 and here's 5. What's the difference? Right there. And that's 1, 2, 3 spaces. So the answer is 3. Okay, so it's two different ways of looking at the same problem. You get the same answer. Okay, and I'll tell you right now though, the Canvas doesn't do this method. They do the first method. So that's how we're going to concentrate. And here we have a few problems to practice it with. Okay, so we're going to do the method that Canvas is expecting so that you know you can do it the way they want you to. So find each difference with a number line. So first one's done for you, the one in the green box. Start at 14. Oh, actually you start at 0 and you go to 14. And from 14 you're going to back up 6. And we ended up at 8. So that's our answer. Okay? Now I just copied that exact same number line so that it was easy. It was the graphic I had. But we're going to have to number it here. Okay, so I'm going to pause it and number the bottom 2 that aren't numbered yet. And there we go. I counted by 2s on these so that I had enough space to get those bigger numbers. Okay, so let's do B. And I'm going to zoom in on that one a little bit so you can see it easier. Alrighty, so we want to start at 25. Okay, so we're going to start 0 and go up to there's 20, 22, 24, 25 is right there. And now I want to subtract 13. So I'm going to start here and go backwards 13. Okay, so now counting by twos isn't necessarily the best idea here, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. There you go. See, we're going backwards down the exact same arrow. Okay, that's technically what you're doing, and you end at 12, so that's our answer. But now let me do it so that you can see it a little bit better. Okay, so, and I erased part of my numbers. So we're going to go up to 25. Whoops, and I missed, didn't I? Let's go up to 25. There we go. And then back 13. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I don't know how you want to do it, but you just need to make certain that you get 13 spaces. Maybe your number line's counted by ones, and it could work better. Okay, let's go up and do this one now. And this one will be easier because we're counting by ones. Okay, so let's start with 19. So we got to come all the way up to here, right? So that's where our arrow, if we start at 0, our arrow is going to go all the way up to 19. Okay, and then we're going to start at 19 and go back 7. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so this is your subtracting 7. We're going back the way we started, 7 spaces. And we ended up at 12. So the answer to this is 12. Okay, let's do this last one now. Tell you what, I'm going to mark it a little bit differently because we have an odd number and I don't want it to be as irritating as that last one was. So just a sec. And I'm sorry they keep changing sizes on you, but this will make it better, I think. All right, so the first one is going to be 27. So we start at 0. And let's see, if this is 25, we want 26, 27. We want to end right there, right? So I'm going to go this way. So that one's 27. Now I want to subtract 14. Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 back. So that's where I end. That number right there is represented by, let's see, here's 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, so the answer to this one is 13. Okay, so subtract on a number line with big numbers is not necessarily that easy, but you get the idea, right? You go forward for the first number, and then you take away some of that distance by going backwards. Okay, and that's it for this objective. We'll see you in the next video.